Hi, my name is Gideon Burugo. I'm a marketer. I'm a content marketer. I do a bit of real estate. I've been involved with logos for how many years? 3 years, thereabouts. I think one day Pastor Nick made a call for people to volunteer to talk to mentees who are supported. I was like, actually when I was coming, I was like, let me just try. I wasn't like, let me just see if it will work. And yeah, it's been 3 years from then, yes. I can be able to talk to young men, especially about probably careers. Young men, I can be able to maybe connect with them slightly more. If you ask me between talking to kids and maybe teenagers, young men, for me that would be an easier sell. And when one of the days, I think that's Reverend Corinne said they really need young men to talk to young men, I just said, let me just give it a try. I wish I had someone to talk to in that sense. I was a young person. So I was like, you know what, let me just give it a try. And I prayed about it, and here I am. Quite a lot. Let me tell you, the most amazing thing is when you're doing this sort of mentorship, you're able to learn about more of yourself than even the kids you're supposed to be mentoring. Once you give a chance to these kids to do school, you actually you're changing lives in the community. Most of these kids, of course, are coming from a social economic background. And for the kids personally, for the kids I mentored a kid that is actually out of school and he's now working, and he's actually, I'm not very sure, but I actually took his family from Kibera. So it's just not education, it's actually transforming a family. And that kid then goes and becomes another mentor to another kid. So it has that multiplication factor that just stems from that education. For you being able to support that kid to do school, that could have like 1,000 multiplication factor, because that kid goes to school, goes to universities, changes his family. So it's quite a multiplication factor if you really think about it. It's not just them going to school, it's you changing a family, a person, one person at a time. It's massive. It's beyond even massive. The fact that for even that one kid, they can finish school in Africa. As I'd said before, the multiplication factor of that goes, these kids will probably go back home and help another family, help a family member come out of a dire situation. You know what I mean? So it's massive. I don't know how else to. It's massive, it's transformative. You're just not helping a kid, you're helping probably a family. And it doesn't have to be, because that kid will also mentor someone else. And so as I said, it's plus the other thing I might add, we are not just mentoring these kids to just an economic sense. We are mentoring kids for life and eternity. We are speaking, when you change, in fact, the eternity part, when you change these kids this perspective about God, that also has a multiplication factor. You're not just educating, you're educating that kid you're teaching them about life and their existence. And as a Christian, that's part of our mandate. You preach, this is our preaching, these are touching, this is what God told us, this is what Jesus told us to do. So we are educating for life and eternity.